Hey everybody, this is John the Other, obviously, and this is the second video and obviously the reading of the second article in a series that I am calling MGTOW Matters, and these are articles driven by questions and emails from users, and this is the second one. On March 4th, I received an email from a subscriber, and this is what he had to say. Hi John, I'm a new subscriber. I'm conducting an experiment that is related to your video MGTOW with benefits, and I wanted to get your opinion on the matter. I'm involved in an interesting personal experiment. My ex-girlfriend was the final nail in the coffin that led me to MGTOW after she dumped me for the cock carousel. She is pursuing me again because I am a hell of a catch. I engage in sex with her for a few reasons. The first is the obvious that she is hot and does what I like. But most importantly, my sex relationship with her strengthens my MGTOW resolve. It is a reminder of why I go my own way, but this time around I put myself in the position of control. I never pursue her or ask for sex. When she peruses me, I take advantage. It puts me in the dominant polarity because I am fulfilling her needs. Now I'm going to pause here in the reading. This is a novel point of view, that this correspondent is in a dominant polarity because he is fulfilling his ex-girlfriend's needs. That's interesting. His comment continues. I also know how she manipulates and lies, and I know all her tricks now that I don't believe in the mystical Nawalt. Not all women are like that. I figure it's better the scorpion you know than the one you don't know. I'm going to interject again. I think there are more options than just those two. For example, I don't let people into my bedroom or my life who I know to be manipulating schemers. Better to have no scorpions at all, but our correspondent continues. He says, to her, I'm just the happy, no-stress, fun-loving guy that she has to now chase. Yeah, well, here we go, my comment again. He does not know how she perceives him. This is an important point, and for his own sake, I hope the gentleman who emailed me is able to realize this. And his email continues. He says, sometimes she will want me twice a week, other times we go 3 weeks without a word, and that's fine because my way, my goals for me are number one in my life. She is now separate from that and has no link to my goals. Every time she chases me, I get sex, power, and a reinforcement of why I went my own way. I also make sure to control all the condoms. What are your thoughts on this idea? I'm not saying I'm the first guy to have sex with his ex, but most guys fall right back into the game, and I look at it as a strategy to strengthen my resolve away from the game. I responded to him by email with the following message. I thanked him for his email and his question, and I said, I think the situation you've described, that you have an ex-girlfriend who now pursues you for sex, sounds like it might be a pretty good arrangement, but I say that with a few reservations. Without the history of having formerly been in an intimate relationship with this woman, it would fit nearly into what I call friends with benefits. But the point of caution in your particular case is that while this woman was your girlfriend, she dumped you for the cock carousel, as you describe it. You did not say what the circumstances of this dumping were, so I will not make the assumptions about it being either cheating or a clean breakup. However, you did mention that you know how she manipulates and lies, and you know all her tricks. I will suggest to you that you know many, and possibly most of her tricks. It is almost certain that you don't know all of them. I'm not saying this to belittle you or your perceptive powers, simply that men are almost always less skilled in social manipulation than women. You have also mentioned that you control the disposal of condoms from your sexual encounter with her, but here are a few other things to consider. You have pointed out that she is manipulative. This suggests that while you both have a mutual benefit in your ongoing periodic sexual hookups, she is still a game player. If she decides it is to her advantage to manipulate you into some negative outcome, she will do so with no compunction. By your own description, the hookup arrangement you have is not based on trust. In addition, in believing you are a step ahead of her in the game of manipulation, you are almost certainly wrong. This might chafe the ego a bit, but compared to women, men are less skilled players in manipulation. I would suggest adding a few behavioral protections, beyond simply controlling condom disposal. The suggestions below are samples. If you implement this practice, you will have to apply your own creativity specific to your personal situation. But I've made a little list here. The first one is, once in a while, say no to sex. Now, you might already be doing this, but if not, start now. If you always say yes, then she is controlling you, and not just sexually. Number 2, disallow her to leave personal items at your home, and also don't leave your items at her house. This is a territory marking behavior. If she already has items at your place, bag them up and have her take them on her next visit. And if she does not take them, garbage can whatever she leaves behind. Number 3, give her an opportunity to lie to you. Do this so that you can observe the lie. When it happens, cut her off for at least a month. I would immediately dump any woman or man who lied to me, even a non-sexual friend, but most men are much less careful. And these are just a few examples. I suggest them because you have described your ongoing sexual encounters with a known manipulator. The sex might be a significant perk, but you are playing a form of Russian roulette by continuing to associate with somebody who you admitted is a manipulative game player. So be careful. Now that was the content of my email response to the individual who contacted me. On some reflection, though, I thought I might have beneficially expanded on my own response with a bit of additional perspective from a friend who I contacted later. She is a particularly adept person at spotting female manipulation. I had a chance to talk to my friend on the phone, and I read her the original message. Her response was immediate and direct. She said, "I am amazed by the stupidity of this man." What follows here is a close transcription of her comments to me on the phone, as she related them to me in the call. She said, "She's manipulative. We've established that. She is entitled, and she has the power and is getting what she wants each time. Even if she's not a sociopath and is just a typical woman, she's working from a sense of being entitled. Now, he says that she's pursuing him again because, in his own description, he is a hell of a catch. That she wants him back because he's a catch. What she would really be after is his utility, that he makes a lot of money or something like that. She may be trying to get back together with him because the business of her doing what he wants sexually is one of the main tactics for roping a guy in. But she's not in it for the sex because she broke the relationship off to go ride the cock carousel. He said in his email that she's chasing him for sex because he satisfies her needs. No, he doesn't. If she was in it for the sex, she wouldn't have broken off the relationship. Because before that officially broke up, she almost certainly was having sex with other guys. And she doesn't want a romantic relationship, and she's not in love with him because she broke it off with him. She's after something else. Now, the least hostile way to get what she is actually after is reigniting that romantic relationship. And when she learns that she won't get that result, she will use another method to get what she wants. And if that doesn't work out, then she will hurt him. She will make him suffer. And because these two have had an intimate relationship, she knows how to do that. If he wants to know how she will hurt him, he needs only to think about the one thing that he knows she would never do, the thing he believes she could never do, because she knows that would destroy him. Well, that is exactly why she will do it. Now, in this transcription of my friend's comments to me on the phone, I have left out each instance that my friend said the phrase, "that idiot." And I'll tell you, it was about a dozen times. Now, she added that this guy is also playing Russian roulette. I said that in my initial email back to him. She said he's doing it with all the chambers loaded. And if he takes this advice seriously, he now has the problem of getting himself out of the alligator's jaws with the least amount of injury. It would be nice if breaking contact with an ex was a simple and safe activity. Unfortunately, this is not always the case. Because of the ongoing sexual contact, she is positioned to use a false accusation should she become angry at his removal of himself from this arrangement. He needs a record of her pursuit of him for sex, recorded phone calls or text messages and so on, with sex seeking from her visible in those records. Because, as my friend pointed out, he is in the most perfect setup possible for a false rape accusation against himself. The accusation might be rape, it might be assault, or something else. She will tailor it, the ex-girlfriend will tailor it to what is most personally devastating to him, based on her intimate knowledge of him. When she clues in that she won't be getting what she's actually after, which is likely his financial utility, she's going to get vindictive. She might also decide that the best way to hurt him is socially, or through his employment and work contacts. And to protect himself here, the female friend I consulted suggested he should warn his friends and co-workers that he has a stalker that he's dealing with. A consulting call to the police is also not a bad idea. This means calling the police non-emergency number and notifying them that he's breaking up with somebody who he fears may react to the breakup with violence or accusations. My friend also said that maybe she's wrong and this woman just wants sex. But when she said that, she was laughing so hard she couldn't breathe.